Today we are looking at 10 firearms used by Adolf Hitler and Nazi Germany during the Second World War. Karabiner 98K rifle. The Karabiner 98K rifle was the standard service weapon of the German army during the Second World War. This bolt-action rifle fired the 7.92 by 57mm Mauser cartridge and was admired for its incredible accuracy, durability, and long, effective range. Millions of these rifles were manufactured, making it the backbone of German infantry units across Europe. The Karabiner 98K rifle was simple in design yet very effective, and soldiers relied on it in every major battle of the war. Although it was slower to fire compared to semi-automatic rifles like the American M1 Garand, German soldiers appreciated its reliability under harsh conditions. The rifle also had a bayonet mount, turning it into a deadly close combat weapon. Even after the war ended, the Karabiner 98K rifle continued to serve in many countries around the world, proving itself as one of the most iconic rifles in military history. 2. Maschinenpistole 40 submachine gun. The Maschinenpistole 40 submachine gun, often recognized by its folding stock and sleek design, became one of the most iconic firearms of Nazi Germany. Chambered in 9mm, it was lightweight, easy to carry, and designed for close-quarters combat. German paratroopers, tank crews, and squad leaders were the most common users of this weapon. The Maschinenpistole 40 was praised for its controllability during automatic fire, making it deadly in urban warfare and tight environments. It had a relatively slow rate of fire compared to other submachine guns, which made it easier to keep on target. While its range was limited compared to rifles, its compact design made it perfect for fast-moving blitzkrieg tactics. Soldiers could fold the stock for mobility, making it easy to transport in vehicles. The Maschinenpistole 40 was not just a weapon, it became a symbol of German mechanized warfare, instantly recognizable in films, photos, and history books. 3. Sturmgewehr 44 assault rifle. The Sturmgewehr 44 assault rifle was a groundbreaking firearm and is often called the first true assault rifle in history. It was designed to bridge the gap between traditional rifles and submachine guns by using an intermediate cartridge. This allowed soldiers to fire controllable bursts at medium range with greater accuracy and firepower than a submachine gun. The Sturmgewehr 44 had a 30-round magazine and was capable of both semi-automatic and fully automatic fire, giving German troops unmatched flexibility in combat. It quickly gained a reputation as a revolutionary weapon, especially in the brutal fighting on the Eastern Front. However, the rifle came late in the war and was not produced in large enough numbers to change the outcome. Still, its influence is undeniable, as it inspired post-war designs such as the famous Kalashnikov rifle. The Sturmgewehr 44 stands as one of the most historically important firearms of the 20th century. 4. Maschinengewehr 42 machine gun. The Maschinengewehr 42 machine gun earned the chilling nickname Hitler's buzzsaw because of its extremely high rate of fire, which could reach up to 1,200 rounds per minute. This made it one of the most feared weapons of the Second World War. Allied soldiers often described the sound of its rapid bursts as terrifying, and it created a psychological impact as much as a physical one. The Maschinengewehr 42 was also remarkably reliable and could be quickly disassembled for cleaning or repair, a feature highly valued by German troops. It was versatile and could be mounted on bipods for infantry use, on tripods for defensive positions, or even fitted to vehicles. The weapon's design was so effective that after the war it heavily influenced modern machine guns, including the NATO Maschinengewehr 3. The Maschinengewehr 42 remains one of the most iconic automatic weapons in history. 5. Maschinengewehr 34 machine gun. Before the introduction of the Maschinengewehr 42, the German army relied on the Maschinengewehr 34, the world's first general-purpose machine gun. Developed in the early 1930s, it was revolutionary for its time, as it could serve both as a light and heavy machine gun depending on how it was deployed. It fired the same 7.92mm round as the Karabiner 98K rifle, but with devastating speed and firepower. The Maschinengewehr 34 was highly accurate, well-built, and admired for its engineering quality. However, it was expensive and time-consuming to manufacture, which eventually led to the development of the simpler and faster-to-produce Maschinengewehr 42. Despite this, The Maschinengewehr 34 remained in service throughout the entire war, and was often seen side by side with the newer model. Its versatility and deadly effectiveness made it a cornerstone of German infantry tactics during the Second World War. 6. Luger Parabellum Pistol. The Luger Parabellum pistol is one of the most recognizable handguns ever created, and it played a significant role in both World War I and the Second World War. By the time Adolf Hitler rose to power, the Luger pistol had already established its reputation as a finely crafted sidearm. It fired 9mm rounds and was typically issued to officers and special units. The unique toggle lock mechanism gave it a distinct appearance and smooth operation, though it was more complex compared to other pistols. German officers carried it with pride, and it became a symbol of status within the ranks. As the war progressed, the Walther Pistol 38 began replacing the Luger due to easier production. But the Luger never lost its iconic image. Allied soldiers considered it a prize trophy, making it one of the most collected firearms from the conflict. Its legacy as a symbol of Germany endures to this day. 7. Walther Pistol 38. The Walther Pistol 38 was designed to replace the Luger Parabellum as the standard sidearm of the German military. Chambered in 9mm, it introduced modern features that influenced handguns for decades. One of its key innovations was the double-action and single-action trigger system, which improved safety and practicality for soldiers in combat situations. The Walther Pistol 38 was also more cost-effective and simpler to mass-produce than the Luger, which made it an ideal weapon during the pressures of wartime. By 1940 it had become the standard sidearm of the Wehrmacht, issued widely to officers and non-commissioned officers. German soldiers appreciated its durability and reliability in the field, while Allied soldiers respected it as a worthy opponent to their own pistols, such as the Colt 1911. After the war, the Walther Pistol 38 continued to influence post-war pistol designs, cementing its place as one of the most important handguns of the 20th century. 8. Walther Police Pistol Criminal Model. The Walther Police Pistol Criminal Model, more commonly known as the Walther Pistol PPK, was a compact and concealable handgun that became famous not only for its design, but also for its link to Adolf Hitler. Historical accounts report that in April 1945, Adolf Hitler used a 7.65mm Walther pistol from the PP or PPK family to take his own life in his Berlin bunker. Beyond this grim association, the Walther Police Pistol Criminal Model gained worldwide recognition as a trusted firearm for police officers, intelligence services, and military personnel who needed a small but effective sidearm. Its sleek design and reliability made it highly popular even after the war. In later years, the Walther Pistol PPK became a cultural icon, famously associated with fictional characters such as James Bond. Despite its small size, the Walther Police Pistol Criminal Model holds a powerful place in both history and popular culture. 9. Mauser C96 Pistol. The Mauser C96 pistol, often called the broom handle because of its distinctive wooden grip, was one of the most unique firearms of the early 20th century. Although it was first introduced in the 1890s, it remained in use during the Second World War. German officers, foreign allies, and even resistance fighters carried the Mauser C96 pistol during the conflict. One of its most innovative features was its wooden holster, which could be attached to the pistol as a shoulder stock, effectively turning it into a small carbine. This gave the weapon additional range and stability compared to standard handguns. The pistol's design was striking and easily recognizable, which made it both admired and feared. Even though it was somewhat outdated by the 1940s, its continued use highlights the weapon's durability and influence. The Mauser C96 pistol stands today as one of the most historically important handguns ever produced. 10. Fallschirmjägergewehr, 42 automatic rifle. The Fallschirmjägergewehr, 42 automatic rifle, developed for German paratroopers, was one of the most advanced and ambitious weapons of the Second World War. It was designed to combine the firepower of a light machine gun with the accuracy and handling of a rifle. Chambered for the full-power 7.92mm cartridge, it was capable of both semi-automatic and fully automatic fire. The weapon was lightweight for its class and featured a side-mounted magazine, giving paratroopers enormous battlefield flexibility. Unfortunately, the complexity of the Fallschirmjägergewehr 42 automatic rifle made it extremely expensive and time-consuming to produce, so only a few thousand were ever manufactured. Despite its rarity, it left a lasting impression on firearm development. Many of its design concepts influenced post-war rifles and machine guns. Today, the Fallschirmjägergewehr 42 is considered one of the most innovative and rare firearms of the entire Second World War.